What's up? Today I'm here with a video for those who want to upgrade their PC or those who may want to assemble their new PC. Okay, so let's start with it. I'm here with these two components, that is a Gigabyte H110M S2 motherboard and Intel Core i3 6100 processor. This is the 6th generation processor that supports a socket of LGA1151 socket. Okay, so now first of all I'm gonna start with the unboxing of these two products. So first I'm gonna start with unboxing of Gigabyte H110M S2 motherboard. So the first thing I want to tell you is that if you are upgrading your PC that supports DDR3 RAM and graphic card, then I would tell you that you should go for the DDR3 version of this motherboard, not the DDR4. If you are assembling a new computer, then you may go for the DDR4 version of this motherboard. This motherboard has the LGA1151 type socket or the CPU socket that is required for the Intel processor and all the 6th generation processor, and this motherboard supports all the 6th generation Intel Core processor. These are some of the features of this motherboard. This motherboard has a special feature called CFOS Internet Accelerating Network. Actually, the main feature of this CFOS Internet Accelerator is that it is a network traffic management application which helps in enhancing your internet speed even in crowded LAN environment. It has high quality onboard audio design which enhances your audio output and maybe that the input also, and it has humidity protection, glass fabric PCB and high ESD internet and USB port protection, high temperature protection, lowers RDS design. Okay, so and it has a USB 3.0 port, maybe two or more, but actually the USB 3.0 port are very good for transferring data because they support speed up to 5 Gbps. Now that's a great thing. I've already cut the seal. Now let's see what is inside. So this is the motherboard. Okay, this is the plate that is to be installed at the back side of the CPU. This is SATA cable, 2 SATA cables for the motherboard. This is the motherboard. This is the installation disk and manual. Okay, the driver. Okay, installation driver and its manual. Okay, nothing else. So let's keep it aside. So keep it aside. Now let's take it out. This is the motherboard. You can see it. It is much smaller than the other motherboards that you have seen. So let me tell you what are these things. Now if you see from the side, these two are for the keyboard and the mouse. This is the VGA port, USB 3.0 port, USB 2.0 port and LAN port. This is the audio input and output port. Okay, so now this is the CPU fan or the processor fan unit. So the processor fan is to be installed over here. In this motherboard, this is the power in or the port where the power lines used to be plugged in. This is DDR4 type RAM port where the DDR4 RAM is to be plugged, and this is the port for graphic card. This is the port for graphic card. This is DDR5 type graphic card port. These are the 4 SATA cable ports where you can install the hard disk or the CD drives. And this is the USB 3.0 port. If you have a 3.0 USB port on your cabinet, you can plug it in. This is USB 2.0. If you have a obviously you're gonna have a 2.0 USB port, then you are going to install it over here. And this, okay, so this is the system fan. The fan on the cabinet is to be installed over here, the power source. And this is for the fan for processor that is given in the box with the processor. This is the unit for the processor or the CPU, main CPU. And don't remove this cap, because when you're gonna install it, it will automatically come out. This is for the CPU or the processor. There's nothing much to tell you about this motherboard, because these all things are normally in all the motherboards. If you are in a budget of rupees 10,000 or something like 10,000 or 15,000, I would prefer you to go for Intel i3 processor. But if you are willing to have a cheaper processor, then you can go for the Pentium G4400 processor. That is a bit quality product. Obviously it is an Intel processor, so it is good, but still not for gaming or heavy works, but you can go for it. This processor has 2 cores, 4 threads, 3.7 GHz processor. This is 3.7 GHz processor, while Pentium G4400 is 2 core and 3.3 GHz processor. Okay, not so good for gamings or multitasking, even though it is a good processor, but not for multitasking. And the power efficiency of Pentium is about 47 watt, while i3 is 51 watts. That doesn't matter, because it all depends on the motherboard and the power supply that you're using. This is the fan unit. Now let me open it. This is the fan or the CPU fan. Don't touch this area, because this area has a special solution that is for the heat transfer or something related to that, so don't touch it. And this is the fan, so let's keep it aside. Okay, so now we can take out the processor. This is the i3 processor that we were talking about. Okay, 2 products. You will also need a graphic card and a RAM. And if you are not using a graphic card, you can simply use a power supply of 240 or 250 watt. But if you are willing to have a graphic card, that too very expensive one, then you may need a power supply of 550 or 450 watts. Okay, so the power consumption of these 2 products are not so high, so you can go for a simple 250 watt power supply. And if you're going for the RAM, this motherboard supports DDR4 type RAM, and for that the best option is the Kingston Fury. It comes in two options, the 4 GB one and an 8 GB one. So I'm gonna give the link in the description. You may go there, and that is of Amazon. You can go and buy it from there. I got this processor worth 9,000 on Amazon, and this motherboard worth 4,000, about 4,000 on Amazon. The cost of the RAM will be in the link. You can go there and buy it from there. And if you're willing to buy a power supply, that too I will be giving it in the description. So if you have any query or you want to know anything else about this stuff, you can ask me in the comments. And thank you for watching this video. Do like and subscribe. Thank you.